Onek and Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi were summoned before the Parliamentary Committee on Rules, Discipline and Privileges after they refused to own a parliamentary resolution asking them to step aside as the ad hoc committee investigates allegations that oil companies paid them billions of shillings in bribes. The committee is seeking to establish whether the acts of the duo constituted contempt of Parliament. This morning, the MPs grilled Onek on his refusal to respect the resolution of Parliament. Last week, Catholic bishops under the Catholic Episcopal Conference, led by Gulu Archbishop Odama, asked Onek and Mbabazi to step aside. But Onek has fired back at the clerics.
I respect Bishop Odama because he's my spiritual father there. But in the Bible somewhere, God says you leave what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. So it will not right also for the bishops to come up on what doesn't belong to them, because that belongs to Caesar.
In which case, I think the bishop was only advising you. Conscience is from God. Listen to God. I don't think he was meddling, so thank you.
I go to my church, I pray. We are all there pleading mercy from God. But when it comes to action outside, my activity is different from his.
He told the MPs that even one of his sons, a primary 7 pupil, had asked him to step aside, and he explained to his family what he referred to as oil mafias fighting him politically.
I was most touched when my P7 son was going for exams, told me, "Daddy, why don't you step aside?" Then I told him that, "Son, I'm not alone in that war. When it is this one, when you make the decision here, the other group accuse you. When you go this way here, the other group accuse you." And
at one moment, Onek appeared troubled and tried to suppress anger.
I wouldn't mind if tomorrow they convince the Attorney General, and with your argument, convince them that we step aside. I'll be more than happy, because I'll go and have a long holiday.
He accused the opposition of harboring ulterior motives to ensure that he steps aside so that Mbabazi remains alone.
If you want to fight Mbabazi, fight on your own time. In that case, I'm not stepping down.
Onek also claims that some MPs stole oil documents from the Vice President Edward II in Parliament, and they are being investigated, but he declined to give names.
And those who sit always, who are fond of sitting behind the Prime Minister and Vice President, they are there. So they are being analyzed. Whose hands is the one which went down? So it's being done. I think the report will come out soon.
For the second time in a week, Onek claimed that as energy minister, and then some oil companies tried to bribe him without any success, and that his refusal to take bribes is the cause of his current troubles.
Some people who are friends to me, whom I thought they were not involved, they take me for dinner or lunch, then the issue come up. You know what, this money, why don't you take some?
Jingo Francis, NTV, Parliament.